Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City, and this is coaching for workforce management. And these coaching conversations are for people leaders who are searching for work-life balance. If you are someone who's looking for work-life balance, if you want to be able to spend more time with your family, if you are in the season of your life right now, very successful in your career, but you can't seem to find the time with your loved ones, hop in, join with the conversations. Let's have a conversation this wonderful Monday morning. Monday, as I always said, people say it's Manic Monday. I tell you, if you think about it, Monday is every day or every week is an opportunity for us to do something great, do something better, and do something transformational. So, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. And as a life coach, my mission is to be able to empower men at work to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me live today. Please leave your digital footprint by letting us know where you are presently located as of this very moment. Please do tag your friends, circulate this video, and let's help more individuals who might be in need of what I will be sharing with you this wonderful Monday morning. If give them a shout out, give some inspiring message in there, or message them personally. Just tell them, "Hi, there's a live streaming currently, and it talks about the workplace, the way that we can improve our relationship in the workplace, also develop the way that we think, feel, and act, so that we are thriving in the workplace. Have them join us. If you're watching this on a replay as well, comment in there hashtag replay. I'm streaming by FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to the platform, please follow, subscribe, and like the channel so that we can help more people, so that people would know about us, so people would learn about us, and let's more people in the digital space. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're seeing me, if this is the first time we're meeting each other, I am a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And I've been married, in my professional career. I'm a call center executive for one of the Fortune 500 companies offering global services and consultancy. And my focus is in the area of workforce management. And workforce management is an art and science of putting the right people at the right place at the right time, doing the right things. And that's what I do. I help companies, I help businesses, I help projects put the right people at the right place at the right time, during the right thing, doing the right things. And this is where we need to start making the shift, making the transition, making the transformation in the workplace, so that we can always have a mentally fit working environment. I've been working in the call center industry for more than 14 years now, and most of my career is in the leadership role. And this is something what I'm teaching with you, something that I've learned along the way. And my hope is you'll be able to get some wisdom, some nuggets in this conversation, and you can utilize this and help your people as well as they go along. In my personal life, I'm a family man. I've been married for 19 years. I have a daughter who's 19, and I have a son who's 16 years old. Both of them are working the way towards doing the things that they love and loving the things that they do. And it's something that life coaching has allowed us to help them, support them in the journey that they have, so that they can live more than how we are living. They can be more of how we were, and how we were being raised by our parents, and empower them so that they can, you know, monetize their talents, monetize their gifts, monetize the things that gives them joy. And this is something that we're doing. My daughter is an animator, and she's currently, being a animate entrepreneur, creative entrepreneur. That's what we're helping her. And our son specifically, he's gonna be an influencer. I'm declaring that an influencer in the automotive industry, and this is something that I'm looking forward to. Super excited. You know, we're a family of creators and game changers. My wife also is also a certified life coach. She does her talk every Monday here at 4 p.m. So if you're someone who you're a woman who's looking for improved relationship with your spouse, with your children, have a conversation with her at 4 p.m. All right. So today I'm going to talk about dealing with tough stuff at work. If you are someone who have experience having some challenges at work, especially having difficult conversation at work, and you can't seem to sustain, how you're going to manage all of those emotions that people are experiencing. Let's have a conversation this wonderful afternoon. And managing difficult behaviors. Let's talk about managing difficult behaviors. And managing difficult behaviors, there are two ways on how you can manage this. One, you can either reinforce it or you can give punishment. So either reinforcement versus punishment. Now, the qualities of a great leader, a great manager, an effective manager, are associated with their ability and capacity to connect with others. Yeah, that is where the power of individuals is, because when you're able to manage your own emotions, when you're able to manage others, when you're able to make decisions in ways that would allow you to be in a state of a win-win situation, that is where the power of managing difficult behaviors. It's about reinforcement rather than punishment. I kind of, before I believed in punishment, I feel, because being in the corporate world, most of the times it's carrot and stick, right? You give them carrot when they're doing good things, give them a sticks, or you reprimand them for things that they're not doing well. But I believe I've learned for the past more than 14 years of my career in the corporate world and being most of my career as a leader, I've realized how important it is to focus on reinforcing the good behaviors, the good mindsets, the good habits for these people, or for people at work, to thrive in the things that they do. And there is no difficult people. You know, people would say, you would say you have a difficult boss, difficult colleague, difficult this and difficult that. I tell you, there is no difficult people. There are only difficult mindsets. People would say they have difficult behavior. I tell you, it starts with the mindset. It starts with your mindset. It starts with the individual mindsets. And if both of you, if you're a leader and you have people, you're always clashing with the mindset that you have and the mindset they have, and you don't agree on at least a common ground, that's going to continue on to be a challenge. So, mindset is where difficulty comes in, because different people have different perspective, different people have different point of view, different people have different culture, they have different values, they have different beliefs, they have different attitude towards how the world works. And you, as a leader, you need to come into a space and perspective to understand first how you feel, think, and act. And it's all starts with the mindset. As leaders, we create a safe space and supportive environment for people to own their emotions, most especially during the times where people are angry and people are sad. When was the last time that you've experienced having some to talk to someone, talk to, you know, your colleague or your subordinate about certain situations, certain things that they have done, they not have done, and you were giving them a feedback about it, and they became angry, so angry, they're so defensive, and you're not really focusing on the person. You just want a person to take a look things in perspective, see things in a different perspective, so that they understand that they start being angry, or the flip side of it, they become being sad. And sometimes people in the workplace don't share their emotions. They become, robotic in ways that doesn't allow them to be successful in the work that they do. And it causes dissatisfaction. It causes, uh, anguish. It causes people not to enjoy the work that they're doing. Often what happens when we have a conversation with others, there is a need for us to add more in the message that we want. It's a constant struggle for people to be able to articulate what needs to be articulated so the person understands what is happening. Thank you, Master Coach Jasmine, Coach uh, Lynn. Thank you. Yeah, there's no difficult people. Uh, there's just difficult mindset. Being direct, and at times being direct causes people to get hurt. They feel they're being attacked. But I tell you, if you utilize this being direct in ways that allows the person to see things in a different perspective, I tell you, the ideas that you send, the message that you send, the strategies that you have, it can be clear to any individuals. And any core of the message that we send to other people, we need to focus on what is it that we want them to feel, what is it that we want them to understand, what is it that we want them to take away from in the conversation. And if you want to empower people to change their mindset or behavior, give specific feedback. And this is where I was talking to you about being direct. At times you get to go around the world in circles, go swimming, go jogging, and so on and so forth, rather than just really focusing on what's important, which is the finish line, for you to be able to have the person understand how are things are doing for the person, and they can start reflecting on and making the necessary adjustment for them to do better. You don't need to you know, beat around the bushes. You don't need to do that. Just focus on why you need to have that conversation. Why do you need to direct? Why do you need, to tell them what you need? And it's all about being intentional and being human. And being human, it means being a human being, being direct about it, and not really thinking about the person as a bad person. You think about the person because you want to help the person become better. So what I'm going to share to you, and this is going to be a quick Monday morning. I want to be able for you to, after this, really reflect on it and the three ways for you to deal with tough stuff at work. Because as leaders, this can be a challenge. Have you ever experienced a time in which you talk to someone in the workplace for more than 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you thought that the person was able to take away what the message that you have, only to do the things that they need they shouldn't be doing in the first place. It's a recurring circumstance, it's a recurring issue, it's a recurring challenge of ways in doing things. And what I'm going to share to you is three ways for you to start dealing with stuff at work. Number one is, of course, you need to develop your EQ. EQ, if you learn about this, EQ is all about improving your ability to create positive interactions. It's strengthening your relationship skills because when you have EQ, it means that you're being empathetic to the other person, you're being compassionate about the other person, and you're putting yourself in the perspective of the other person so both of you can understand each other. And that's the beauty about EQ. And for most, in when you're growing up in the academics, it's all about IQ. You need to learn about this, you need to learn about that, you need to develop this, you need to have high grades, and so on and so forth. What's lacking in the school system right now, and calling all of the educators and those who's running their learning business or educate school, we need to start teaching children, students, how to be emotionally inclined, how to manage their emotion, how to understand their emotion, how to learn from their emotions and the emotions of other people. This is what we need to continuously develop, and things we need to have a conversation. For all of the parents out there, if you are someone who, have a low EQ, like me, I had a low EQ before, and that has been a challenge for me. And I continue to develop that, investing in life coaching, going to classes, investing on a one-on-one coaching session. It's something that would, really allows me to be a human being. So at the core of everything, emotional quotient is something that we need to develop. That is the first way that you can start dealing with stuff at work. Why? Because when you're talking to someone who is emotional, you tend to be able to understand where they're coming from, that you don't shut down the emotions. You don't say that, hey, don't cry. Hey, you shouldn't be thinking about this and that and so on. You acknowledge that that is their truth as of that moment, but doesn't mean that that's who they are, because that can be changed. Mindset, behaviors you can change. But if the person doesn't feel safe, as I've said a while ago, if the person doesn't feel safe, that they can, be expressive, they can share what they want to share with you, that they don't feel judged and rejected, then that's going to be a challenge. All right. Number two is to understand your mindset first. Your mindset, not the other person mindset first. Why is it important for you to understand your mindset first? Of course, you need to be able to recognize instinctive relations that holds you back, developing the skills to adapt and evolve. What does this mean? Is it means that you need to be able to work on how you think, how you process things, how you see things. You know, what are the things that you think about, or how you see things when someone have a conversation with you, when they share things with you. This is what we need to focus on and what your mindset is, because when you understand your mindset, you're able to, connect more with other person. You have the same wavelength, you have the same, uh, energy that you utilize, so that both of you are in synergy. At times what happens during coaching conversations, the manager or the leader have, this highfalutin words that's being used, this kind of mindset and thinking. I tell you, that will create challenges, because the person that, you're coaching would feel that they're not sufficient, that they don't understand things in the language, and we say yes, and eventually begin to question why the person you had just recently had a coaching session, and next week the person still thinks the same. So that what's happened. And lastly, three way to deal with tough stuff at work is to change your changing your behavior style means to understand your personal styles and how you can adjust to others for maximum impact. And changing your behavior doesn't start with just changing your behavior. No, you need to start with the development of your EQ, then work on your mindset. It's not the behavior that you change, it's first changing your mindset, because what you think, who you think, how you think is how you behave. How you think is how you behave. And this is where you need to start focusing our attention on. And if you take a look at this, maybe we'll learn this. I've learned this from one of the classes that we have with Master Coach A during the cabinet at the campfire. And this talks about social intelligence. And this is where a lot of people in the workplace, as I've said, I'm not exempted. I was like this before. We're lacking the social intelligence to connect with others, to relate with others, to have a conversation, not just communication. Communication is one way. We're used to having one-way communication. You've seen that in YouTube with watches and so on and so forth. But conversation is about interaction. People who sharing in the chat box right now, that is what communication is, because they're sharing their insights, they're sharing their thoughts, they're sharing their ideas in the workspace, and that is what we need to do. That is what Coach Glacy has posted in there, is being human. You need to be human, and human beings are social human beings. We are social creatures that we need to be able to connect. And as Coach Lina said, learning mental models will help you understand how you process things, and that is what I was talking about. Talking about mindset. When you understand your mindset, you're able to see things in perspective. You're able to see the broader spectrum of the things that's happening in your life. Then you would stop and think about, okay, how am I processing things? How am I processing all of these things? How am I seeing this in the first place? And I can utilize mental models. And if you want to learn mental models, by the way, we have the Be Learning Society, and I'll share to you that in detail in a little bit as we go along is in this journey. So social intelligence is one of the main contributors for us to be able to help ourselves, help others deal with tough stuff. And as a leader, you are a teacher. You are an educator. You need to educate your people so that your people understand how things work in them, so that they can understand how things work with others. The key to social intelligence is to understand your past, present, and future. And what this means is you create a relentless relevance in any conversation, because when you understand your past, you know how you're responding in the present. When you understand your present, it means that you can make the necessary change. In the future, what happens most commonly is people live in the past and the future, and they fail to live in the present moment, because the only things that you can change is not your past, because your past has happened already. If you did some stupid things there before, if make decisions that you regretted, that is done and there, it's there already. But whatever you can do today, whatever mindset you're keeping today, whatever habits you're keeping today, whatever behavior you're doing still today, that will create the future that you want, the future that you will get, the tomorrow that you will get. what you decide on today, what you're doing right now, the things that you're thinking right now, the ideas that you have, the thoughts that you have, if you continue to stay that path, how will that create that future for you? And is that kind of person that you are today someone that you still want to meet every single day until the day you die? Or is that person someone that you want to start changing? And I believe that change is possible. Sometimes people would have this feeling that they tried everything already. Ginawa ko ng lahat, walang nagbago. But what support did you get? Who did you reach out to for you to get support? And what are the things that you started thinking about before you make a decision to raise your hand and say, I need help? And in the workplace, that is challenge. And I tell you, as a leader, you need to start creating the right environment. Thank you, Jean, for joining us this wonderful morning. You, as a leader, you can make that necessary change for the people. It takes time. It's not overnight, but I tell you, when you start empowering them, when they feel that they're valued, they're relevant, they're significant, the whole game changes. And that is what we do as game changers. We help individuals, we help environment, we help the corporate world, we help the workplace create a mentally safe space for people to start expressing, and for the people leaders out there to learn emotional intelligence, to learn social intelligence, to learn how to relate with other people. Because the more that you relate with other people, the more that the workplace become human. And I tell you, when you start become human every single day, that affects and influence the people around you, the environment that you're in, and the people that you attract in your space. Life coaching has really changed the way I see my work and the way I see other people. Now, I want to invite you for some learning session this week. Coach Tin, it's going to be on March 5th on a Saturday at 7:30 p.m. If you want to learn more about life coaching, because life coaching has really transformed the way I see things, really transformed the way I do things. Even my conversation with my spouse and my children, it has changed a lot. And I want you to get an experience of what life coaching is and how it can change you, how it can change your surrounding, how it can change your perspective and your experience about the world. Join Coach Tin on the life coaching immersion. Have a deeper understanding of life coaching. This is a free session. Just message her at 0917-806-4200, or you can message this page, Life Coach Philippines, or if you're watching on YouTube, just message us. We'll be happy to share with you the link. Register in there. If you are our BAP, have a conversation. Invite people in here. Be happy to help you. It's a safe space. It's a safe mental space that we are doing, and something that I can share to you, I can be proud of, and I'm sure that's going to be worth your time. All right. Thank you, Gene. I started to get interested in life coaching after attending the immersion class. Awesome. Thank you very much for the feedback, team. I hope that we're able to see you in all the future classes in Life Coach Philippines. And it's something that, we continue along as we journey in in our life and also in the work that we do. Thank you very much for joining me and supporting the work that we are doing here in Life Coach Philippines. As I end this conversation, I would like to invite you to join us in the Be Learning Society. Now, what you're seeing in the screen right now, this is our recently concluded class last Saturday, where Master Coach A talked about the proctal productivity. And I tell you, this is just a bunch of learning that I have in there. And one of the biggest things that I've seen is I, s- if you know the Eisenhower window, urgent important matrix, that is a shift on the way that we see the urgent and important. That there's no really important things in this world. There's just urgent things in this world, not important. There's no such thing as urgent things in this world. It's just either an emergency or it's important. And you can change that window to put in more of the important things and move aside, park at least the urgent things that's not helping you to be a better person. And if you're still missing on the perks that I am enjoying, the people in the screen and the comment section that are enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach yourself to 0917-586-1661 to join us. Join us, have a conversation with us during the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning Hub for mental fitness. And this is what you're doing as you enroll in the Be Learning Society, as you learn the mental models that Coach Lynn was talking about. You also are supporting the passion project of Master Coach A. And what we plan to do is to create a facility to help those people who are in need of mental fitness, who are in need of healing, who are in need of recovery, who are in need of a safe space for them to start expressing, to start getting the support, to start being able to be in a space in which they will thrive. And that's something that's going to happen. I tell you, it will happen. So join us, enroll in this. It happens every fourth Saturday of the month. And what you will get here is a 5-minute food and beverage discount. You will get a full access to the Mental Model Masterclass of Master Coach A, happening fourth Saturday of the month, and a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And please save the date. So that's going to be on March. It's going to be on the fourth Saturday. So that's going to be on the 26th. Yeah, March 26th. So tune in for the next Mental Model Masterclass. That will happen on the 26th. So for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Cell through 0917-586-1661. And also, for those individuals who want to embark on the journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited unit with 40 CPD units. And CPD is all about learning new things and learning new knowledge, that doing new things. And this is what makes the CACC Life Coaching Certification the perfect track for continuing professional development. And life coaching is the 21st century learning experience that's empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in this increasingly complex workplace. And what you will get out of this, you will get a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day business bootcamp with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And you would see as well on the screen what you will get are the freebies in there. There's a handful of freebies on top of that. And I tell you, you will just enjoy the process and you will get that transformation. So please connect with Coach Yourself, 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right, so thank you very much for joining me. Do join us again with another coaching conversation later at 2 p.m. with Coach Marife for coaching for fitness and nutrition, and Coach Tin for coaching for relationship at 4 p.m. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us, they can talk like this. This is us in the Philippines, and want to join us, come and join us, have a conversation. Love, bam, boom. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.